I'm calling off me and my man's engagement when he gets home, all over his girl best friend that he decided to choose over me. Now, I want to start this off by saying I have never felt threatened by this girl, jealous of this girl, and I never felt that their relationship would affect our relationship up until recently. Now, they've been best friends since middle school, high school, whatever, I don't know. And recently she got broken up with, so she decided to move back here, which is her home, her hometown. So she moved back home. And at first, I'm super nice. I understand what it's like to go through a breakup. We've all been there before. That sucks. So, let's have some girl time. And then we all hang out. I invite her over for dinner. We all go out and get drinks, things like that. And everything's super cool for a little bit. And then it got a little weird. Homegirl would just overstay her welcome. She never wanted to leave and go back home. She would literally ask can I stay? And so she would stay downstairs on the couch sometimes because I guess she didn't want to go back home to her parents or wherever she was staying. I don't know. And then it was the constant texts and constant calls to my man every single day. And some of them were calls at 2 a.m. We're not doing that. Where my breaking point kind of was when we would be having intimate time and she would be blowing up his freaking phone. And she would call back to back to back and his phone would be across the room. So we would have to literally stop for him to go end that call, put his phone on silent. You're getting in between me and my man physically now. Now we have a problem. So I told him, I was like, dude, you need to go set some boundaries with her. We're getting married in 2 months. This is getting weird. I'm getting uncomfortable. I've been as nice as I possibly can, but I'm kind of at a breaking point now. So the next day we had a date night scheduled. He told me that right before he left work that he texted her and set some boundaries. I just trust my man, right? I'm I don't need to know what he said. I trust him, whatever, cool. So we go on our date night. Everything's great. We go to dinner. We're on the way home and we pop some spicy cubes. That's our normal nighttime date night thing. And when we pull up to the house, guess who's sitting there, literally on our front porch, waiting for us to get home? You guessed it. His bestie. And I'm losing my shit at this point. I'm sitting in this car oh, this is going to be great. This is going to be so good. What could she possibly have to say? And she looked pissed. She looked mad. So I let my man, I was like, you know what? You go handle this. I'm going to sit right here because I am trying to hold myself back. You go handle this before I do, essentially. So he gets out the car and I just watch them talk and she looks like she's having an attitude with him and then they just hug. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This is wild. So he drives away and we walk inside the house and at that freaking point, I'm done. I don't care. My buzz is gone. Yes, I was looking forward to get my back blown out that night. I just didn't care anymore. I'm so irritated. What is going on? This girl is really becoming a problem. So I went upstairs and I told him, I said, listen, I don't need to know what that conversation was about. I don't care. Obviously, she's an emotional wreck, weird state right now. I don't care. But you're going to have to tell her that she's going to leave you alone. You're blocking her. We will figure this out maybe after the wedding, but I'm not going to have this situation happen before. I don't need any negative energy or I can tell something weird is going on. I just need you to block her. We're done. And he was like, okay. I literally watched this man block her number, right? So we're all good. So then a few days later, we are sitting on the couch watching TV and I feel a buzz, not my phone, look at my man's phone and I see her name pop up. I said, oh, okay. Yeah, this is done. And what's even more is I went through their text messages that night and she was basically saying, it's really sad that you and your girlfriend have to take spicy cubes to spice up your relationship. You deserve better. You can do way better than her. And then proceeds to tell him that she's been in love with him since the 9th grade. I don't care if I'm being a bitch. Call me a bitch. I'm done. I gave him the chance to end that relationship. And he didn't. So he literally chose her over me, and that is okay. That is okay. That is everything. I'm just glad we didn't get married first. You know what I'm saying? I am glad that the universe was let's have this happen before the marriage because I would have beat a bitch up. Like, what are we doing? This is insane. So he's gonna be home in 20 minutes, and that is going to be a really rough news break for him. Unless, you know, they just end up getting together and they live together happily for the rest of their lives. I